I don't wear very much makeup.
So what would you like to learn today with me?
Oh, well, lipsticks, are the hardest thing in the world in terms of color. Figuring it out, because it changes. They put it on, and you're like, okay, and then look in the mirror again. It's like, that's not the right color, and how to know which color. I mean, I do wear a lot of black, but even in terms of wearing some other things, like how do I know what color?
Hey, Nicole, this is Zoe. I'm so glad that I got your voicemail because I did not want to bother you, but I did want to leave you this message. So after I left you, I went to Whole Foods in Palm Beach Gardens, and I was in the produce section, and some relatively young guy said to me, "Well, you look like you're out for a good time or a party or something." Then I went to the fish department, and another younger man that was working there said, "Wow, you're really rocking me with that lipstick." Then I went to check out, and there was a woman in the checkout line, and she said to me, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful. Your lipstick and your glasses and your hair." And I said back to her, "Well, too bad you're not a man," and we laughed. Anyway, that's a pretty cool experience, and I just wanted to thank you for it. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my Fierce Aging for 2020. I am very excited about this video because not only are we doing a beautiful makeup look, we are rocking it with some powerful, bold red lips. So I take my beautiful guest, Zoe, she's 65 years old, and we are doing everything from pinks going into a more tomato reds into a fierce, beautiful, matte universal red called Secret Weapon. And that's exactly what it is. It's your secret weapon for feeling confident. And I am so excited to just jump right into this makeup tutorial. And so ladies, let's get this beauty started. All right, so we're gonna first start with prepping her skin. I'm going to start out with just doing a little exfoliation. I'm gonna use these are the Biomedic peel pads. I use these every morning, I love them. It's just a little pad. It's going to really nicely, gently exfoliate your skin. Has azelaic acid in it, caviar lime, really beautiful, but it's not going to irritate your skin. So this is a pad you would use every morning.
Okay.
Just to really brighten the skin. Like you get a micro exfoliation. So it's really nice. You'll feel a little tingling, that's normal. My next step is going to be the Caudalie. This is a radiance serum. I love using this because it's going to boost radiance in her skin. It's going to highly moisturize but not being greasy. So it's a really nice light serum. I love this line because it's all about the antioxidants with the grapes, and it is going to feel so refreshing on.
And do you always apply with a brush?
You know what? I don't. Else? When I'm working with you ladies, I like to. It's just easier than putting my hands all over your face. Now remember, ladies, prepping your skin is the most important. You want it to be hydrated. You want it to be really prepped and primed for your foundation, for your makeup. I'm going to go in with a little eye cream. This is from Caudalie, also Premier Cru. It's really a very nice hydrating eye cream. And I find eye creams very hard to find that aren't too heavy, too greasy, that just sit on top of the skin. So this one's really nice. I'm gonna apply it with my concealer brush, and I'm only applying it with brushes because it's easier when I'm doing someone else's makeup to apply it with a brush than having my hands like on top of their face. So it just makes it an easier application for me, but you would just use your hands and just work it into the skin. And a good tip to know where to apply your eye cream. So eye cream is going to go on this orbital bone here. You don't want to get it too close to the eye. You don't want to have any irritation. So if you apply it right here on the orbital bone, right into where we have a little bit of fine lines and wrinkles, hydration is key. So this is where you want to be. So you'll feel the bone. That's just a really good idea. And I wouldn't put any eye cream on your eyelids unless it's made for the eyelids. Again, you don't want any puffiness or any reaction. So that's good to just use the product the way it's meant to be or how it's formulated. My next step is going to be my eye and lip primer. Now this is my first step that I always do with all of my makeup applications, and I like to do the eyes first, then do the concealer, the foundation, and just really keep it very simple. I want to neutralize the eye. I want to prime it for my eyeshadow. I want my eyeshadows to look really nice and true. So just a little bit, it's like a sheer veil is what you're going for. You're not looking to apply tons of this product on your eye. So basically, finger tap into your eyelid or use the brush. I'm going to go right from the base of the lash line, and I'm going to work all the way up to the brow bone. You can go back in and pat it in if you're using a brush, but you'll notice that this product really works with the skin. It moves with the skin. It doesn't just sit on the skin and look fake or look unnatural. It's just really priming, and I love right in here where we always have just a little bit of shadowing. It's a great, this brush gets right into that corner and it really nicely primes the lid. So like this. So you can see that this eye is primed, ready to go for eyeshadow. This one is not. So I don't want to have all these different colors coming into, my eyeshadow. I want it to look really pretty. I want it to last all day. I don't want it to crease. And this product is really wonderful. So our eyelids are primed, and we're going to go right into with our eyeshadow brush. And these are the brushes I'm using, ladies. These are my essential makeup brushes, 100% vegan. I have 8 brushes here. I designed them for you. I wanted them to be easy for travel. I use the little cup, the top of it. I use that for things that I use every morning, such as my eye brightener, lip liner, brow pencil. So it really makes it very convenient. You're not like trying to fiddle around trying to find your go-tos every morning. So I'm gonna just take my eyeshadow brush, and this is my Naughty Nancy palette. It was actually designed for my aunt. She is also on my Fierce Aging series, and that's who she is. She's a little naughty. So we named the palette after her, Naughty Nancy. And beautiful. It's just a very, very pretty in the plum family, very light. So I'm going to just take the middle color. I'm going to load up on the brush, but not too much. Remember, these are triple milled. These are very, very highly pigmented shadows. So you don't want to get too much on the brush first, because then it's going to be too much on the eyelid. Just load up the brush, pat it in, and then we're going to just press it into the lid. Go into the lid from the lash line up to basically like the middle. And you know how I like to just have the concentration of the shadow on the eye here? I'm going to just wipe off any extra on my brush, and then I'm going to move the rest of this shadow all the way up to right where the brow bone starts. So the idea, ladies, is to have a wash of color. That's what I really like. I want it to look natural. I want it to look fresh. I mean, that's really basically my style. So giving you that, translating my style of just fresh, beautiful makeup that doesn't age you. You're not adding too much on, especially since Zoe's more natural. She doesn't really wear makeup. I mean, this is beautiful. It's going to pull her look together, but she's not going to look at it and say, oh my gosh, I have so much makeup on. This is just going to give her some color, some life to her skin. So again, we have the concentration of the shadow from the lash line just into the middle, and then I'm just going to start blending and moving the product so it's nice and just a really pretty veil of color. You'll see too, this has a little sheen to it. I am not afraid to apply sheen to women of age because it looks beautiful. It's not over the top. It's not glittery. I think that you do need a little life. We have matte palettes if that's what you like, but I think it's really nice to just get a little bit of sheen, a little bit of life to the eyelid. I'm gonna go in with our tapered brush. This is a blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the darkest color here, and I'm just gonna give Zoe a little bit of definition, and I'm gonna do that on the outside of her eye, just right in here. Again, I'm putting on, like, basically kind of tapping on the color just where I want it, and then I'm going to wipe off my brush, and then I'm going to start blending. pick up a little bit more product for the other eye. Same kind of thing. I'm going to just add it to the corner. I'm going to press it in exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to wipe off so I don't have extra shadow. And then I'm going to just nicely taper it in and blend. So what's really nice is that I can clean up with my Almay pad, because remember, I don't have foundation or concealer on the face yet. So I'm gonna just take a little eye makeup remover pad, and this is oil free. I'm just gonna go right underneath her eye, and I'm gonna come up, and it's gonna be nice and crisp and clean. So anything like when I'm blending out, I don't have to worry that I have to be so perfect and oh no, I'm gonna disrupt anything on the face. I can be free and then I can clean up afterwards. I'm going to go in with my dark chocolate waterproof eyeliner, nice and creamy. It's going to be really beautiful because it's going to give just enough definition behind those eyeglasses. So this is my technique to really pop the eyes without weighing them down with too much heavy liner. So I'm going to just go right into the lash line. So just look straight this way. Just look down, don't close.
Oh, don't close.
Yeah. So what I do is I go right into the lash line and I start working back and forth. So I'm thickening up that lash line. So this looks ultra, ultra natural. It's going to give definition to her eyes, but it's not going to weigh them down.
So how do you do this to yourself?
Okay, so to yourself, and this is what I say when I'm always like, if it feels weird, you have it right. When it feels weird, when you feel like you're in the lash line, you know what it feels like. That's where you need to be. Just need to be going back and forth. So it's not like you're having to do a perfect line, because that's very hard for us. I mean, it's hard for anyone that's trying to get up in the mirror. If you can't see, I can't put my glasses on to do that. So you go back and forth. So you feel your lashes moving back and forth. You know that you're doing the right thing because you can't make a mistake with it.
Okay.
So you can see that I thickened up the lash line. I didn't add lots of heavy weights above the lash line here. So I didn't go real thick with it and making her eye look heavy. Just wanted to get some nice definition. So we're going to do this eye now. Just look down. So it looks really, really nice. We're going to balance it out with just doing a little bit underneath her eyes. Look up. So when I do the lower lash line, it's a very delicate thing because you don't want it to be too heavy. What I like to do is kind of just get it skipped on, right? And then I can go back with my brush and just smooth it out. You'll see I do most of the concentration from the corner of the eye, just like a quarter in. Then I'm going to take our blending brush. This is a short blending brush, and I'm going to just go right underneath it. So you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, my line's not perfect. You're just going to smudge it out. It's just going to look really nice and fresh, but it's not going to look heavy. And it doesn't have to be perfect when you're putting the liner on, because when you go back, I always call this like my big eraser. It just kind of smooths everything out underneath. So I'm going to curl Zoe's lashes with my Shuamura eyelash curler. Again, you go to the base of the lashes, make sure there's no skin before you are squeezing down.
That's right.
Yeah, got to make sure, because if you just go for it, you could have a little bit of your eyelid in there. And you want to be slow and steady. You want to squeeze it down and count to 10, and then just pump out to the ends. I'm going to go in with my black intense mascara from my company, Nikol Cosmetics, and this is rich and creamy. It's great for contact wearers, anyone that has sensitive eyes. It's going to be really nice and volumizing and curling. So I love how creamy this is. This comes back in stock in February. So the key to this is going to the base of your lashes, wiggling out almost like a zigzag, so you're getting all of the lashes at the base and then pulling forward. So look down. That's another thing when it comes to wearing glasses, you want to concentrate on your lashes. So you're really defining your lashes, you're really getting a beautiful lash. And if you feel like your mascara is moving and going places, you could try a waterproof mascara. Sometimes that will help. I don't really love waterproof because I feel like it dries out the lashes. But if you have a real problem with your mascara like always being down on your face throughout half the day and you're wearing glasses, that's something that you could try. I'm going to start with prepping the skin with my color corrector. This is a highlighter. This is a beautiful sheer veil to basically help with any discoloration underneath the eye area. So it's going to lighten and lift first, and then I'll go into my concealer or my foundation depending on what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go into the corner of the eye, right underneath the lashes, and then I'm going to come down. I like to taper out so it doesn't look like I have just, you can't follow my lines. Basically just really nicely color correct anything that is dark underneath the eye area. Come right down to the nose, kind of come back up. And I like to work it in with my hand too. I feel like it really makes it seamless when you work it in with the heat of your finger. I'm going to go in for her tinted moisturizer. This is called Just Skin from Chantecaille, SPF 15. This is a really wonderful, really natural look. It's a very pretty, it's highly moisturizing. It has really great antioxidants in it, also anti-pollution. I just found this recently and I think it's absolutely beautiful. So you'll feel it's going to be hydrating and also give you a nice tone to your skin.
And this you would also use your own finger on, right?
Yeah, you can use your fingers. The brush, if you want a sheer application, you can use your fingers. If you want a little bit more of a fuller coverage, you can use the brush. I'm going to go in with my skinny brow pencil. This is a medium brown. You have a spoolie on one end to be able to comb through your hair, and then you also have a little tiny wand here which gives you that precision with making hair strokes. I love this. Lasts all day. Once you put it wherever you want your brow strokes to be, they stay. So what I do is I just do nice wispy little strokes. I don't do a lot of hard pressure. So Zoe has really pretty brows, and I'm just going to give her a little bit more definition.
How do you know what colored pencil to use?
You know what? I look at your brow color and I basically go into that family. I don't go darker, but it looks, I've mentioned before on my channel that it looks silly if you have a light color underneath darker brows. It doesn't really make sense. So you want to match so it looks like it's the actual hair. So staying in like the nice brown family. So I just used the brow pencil, our skinny brow pencil in medium brown, and then I'm going to use the clear brow fix. This is going to be like hairspray for your brows. Wonderful to keep your brows staying put all day long. So when you have a couple little longer ones, they will just go nice and uniformed. We're not adding color to her brows. They're a beautiful color. We're not making them darker. We're just sculpting them and having them just lay perfectly where we want them. To liven up the skin, we are going to take the Ageless palette. This is a beautiful blush palette that you have lots of options for. You can use one blush color, you can use two, you can use all three. I like to mix. It's just the nature of the artistry. I'm never using like one color. So I like to mix the two here. I just love to have a little bit of a custom mixture for blushes. So I'm gonna just use the blush brush and go into these two colors, tap off, and then I'm going to just have Zoe smile. And I'm going to just go on to the apples of her cheeks and then work my way out. I just really want to add dimension and a really pretty glow to her skin. I don't want to add too much. It's very soft. It's a very petally pink. It looks so pretty and just fresh. You know, she just looks healthy, and it doesn't look like we've just added tons of makeup on her face. It's just really pretty. And you want to add, so we have the makeup looking just fresh and beautiful, and I'm going to, especially since Zoe wears eyeglasses, I'm gonna do my favorite lashes. They're just very natural. They add so much dimension, so much, you know, added value that I'm going to put these on her right now, and we're going to then go right into lips. I'm working with this Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. It has aloe in it, but it's formaldehyde free and latex free because Zoe has a latex sensitivity. So we are going in with a latex free glue. So it's a little bit of a different application. It's a wand now. You don't have to squeeze it out. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to apply when you just have a wand and you can just wipe it on the band. So pretty. So look into this camera here. So this is with the beautiful 420s on, and then that is with on her left eye with nothing. But which is really nice is that you'll see her eyes are gonna pop with the glasses. Put your glasses on. So so it gives so much more drama to the eye when you have the lashes. These are natural, these are not hard, ladies. You can definitely do it. But if you are going to an event, a cocktail party, and you don't wear contacts, and you want your eyes really to be a focal point, put on some lashes, and you are gonna feel very confident. It's gonna look really, really beautiful. Yeah, it's so pretty. They look really nice. Now, when you have the lashes on and you want to have a little bit more definition with the eyeliner, you can definitely go right across the lash line and create more of a liner. So you definitely can do that if you want to. But I think that they add enough right now to her eyes with the actual liner. So we're going to move on to the lips. I'm going in with my Organza waterproof lip liner. This is a wonderful lip liner that you can use actually as a lipstick if you want to. You just fill in your whole lip and then put a gloss on, or just fill in your lip and just leave it like that. But this is going to be really a nice creamy lip liner that's going to last and just give you some definition. I'm going to take our highly moisturizing high gloss lipstick in Franny. This is a beautiful petal pink. I think this is going to just really pull her look together. I like that it's glossy, it's pretty, it's just gonna look very soft. Now that's just very fresh, very pretty. I like that. Also, lip liner is going to help keep the lipstick in on the lips and not going out everywhere. We do have an invisible lip liner if you do have feathering issues where your lipstick is like kind of going in the lines. You can try, it gives it basically a barrier. It's invisible. So I like using the brick when, you know, if you don't have that problem, it's a very nice lip liner to use. This is Cocktail Party. And this is, I think that you're gonna be possibly having a delicious cocktail when you wear this. I think it looks pretty. Let's see what you think. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for the big pop of color on your lips?
The reveal. Oh yeah.
Isn't it pretty?
It is.
It's stunning. I created it to be called Cocktail Party because I felt like it was very sophisticated, but not over the top, right? You don't feel like your lips are walking in first. You
Right.
feel like you basically have just a really beautiful color on. And I just think it's not too red and it's not too bricky orange. So this is a good technique for applying a dark lip. So you can put the concentration of the lipstick right in the middle of the lip. So on the bottom and then on the top, right here. So put most of the concentration of the lipstick. This is really for a precision way. I just showed this on Instagram where I was doing it for, like, if you were going to do a Valentine's Day lip. That's where you're going to put it, and then you're going to drag it out to the corners. So you don't have too much in the corners. You're basically dragging the product out and getting a really nice application. Now, Zoe asked if she could put a gloss over that, and yes, you can. We have Fire Engine. You can wear this alone, or if you wanted to take your matte lipstick and make it a little bit something extra, you can just take the Fire Engine and you can just give a little bit to give it life and not being matte. And I just put it like right in the middle. So you have a little bit of gloss. So you have two options. You can have a matte lipstick, and then you can go and just bump it up with just a little bit of gloss, and then you get a totally different look. Like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's fierce. Okay. So that is our journey through lipstick colors, having gray hair and experimenting with pinks. That's a very, you know, wearable work look, and then taking it to a cocktail party look, and then to, of course, our classic secret weapon, red matte. So are you happy that we pushed it all the way to the max?
I am. Yes, I like seeing the variety.
So it's great. So ladies, you can rock a red lip. I don't want to hear that you can't rock it. Any age can rock it. And until my next video, I'll see you later.